Hey, what's up everybody, welcome back. I hope you guys doing well. So today's video is gonna be a video that I'm gonna go through all of the new exotics, gear sets and brand sets that were introduced in PTS phase 2, which is the update that's coming for year 5 season 3 on February the 6th. Now this is the PTS again. All of these are subject to change. It could change, it could not, but this is what we are getting, and let's get into it. So let's start off with the new exotic. Okay, let's start off with the one that I think is the most exciting between all of them is the exotic MDR, which is called the Vindicator. So this is an exotic rifle that's coming for the year 5 season 3, and basically it's all themed about descent. So take a look at it. You can see it's all green, it has a green color, and if I zoom in, you can see it has these kind of like lasers. These are basically themed for the descent game mode, and you will understand why. So if you read, so let me put right there. So if you read right here, it says if this works half as well in the field as it does in the simulation, which is descent, this could be a game changer. Kelvin McManus. So again, this is all about the descent game mode. It's themed about that, and also on top of that, apparently we're gonna be getting this exotic from the descent game mode. Now I'm not sure exactly how. On the patch notes it said we are gonna get it on the NSA vendor. On the PTS currently there's nothing on an NSA vendor, so we're not sure if you have to play the descent or if you have to buy it from the NSA vendor. Either way, it's gonna be linked to the descent game mode. Okay, so now let's move on for the core stats. So for the NMDR, this has 107.5k damage per bullet, which is this white number right there. That's the base damage of this weapon. This orange number, it can change, right, depending on your builds. Just keep that in mind. Now scrolling down, as you can see, obviously we have the rifle damage, critical hit damage as a core attribute, and then on attribute right here I have it swap speed, but I have to go and recalibrate this. It does have a quite nice reload time, 1.7 seconds, and then we getting to the what makes this exotic an exotic, which is the talent, right? So we have the exotic talent right here that's called Artist Assault Interface. While scoped, the weapon will highlight a random body section of each enemy. The weapon deals 75% weapon damage to the highlighted body shot. Now I have tested this on the field on some enemies just to test it out, because on the range is not proccing right now. If I go on the range on the PTS is not, but on the field against enemies it does proc. Now there is 3 parts of the body it can highlight. It's the legs, the body, the middle part, and also the head. Now if you shoot on that highlighted body, it does definitely do more damage. Even if, for example, if you hit on the head, it's not highlighted, and you hit on the body where it is highlighted, it kind of does almost the same, if not more damage than the headshot. Now taking a look at the mods, if you guys are new into the game, the mods on an exotic, it's always locked. So for this exotic, the Vindicator, we have on the scope 15% accuracy, on the underbarrel we have that 15% stability, on the muzzle there is a 10% optimal range, and last but not least, on the magazine we have that +5 rounds for the magazine size. So again, the weapon does look very nice. I do like this skin, the way it looks. It's a very descent themed weapon, and it makes sense, right, because it's going to be a weapon linked to the descent game mode. Now the next exotic that's also coming on year 5 season 3 is going to be the Mosquito. This is an exotic pistol, and this one has me a little bit confused. I'm taking a guess what it does, but I'm not sure just yet, because I'm gonna need some players to test this out. But for the first look, this is what it looks like. So time to come out of the hibernation, agent, there's work to do. Kelvin McManus. So the core stats on it is gonna be 81.8k per bullet, RPM 350, and the max size is 15. Moving on for the core attributes, obviously we have pistol damage, and the attribute in here is weapon swap, but again you can recalibrate that on the release of the new update. And then we have this special talent that makes this exotic an exotic, right? The talent Mosquito Song. Hitting an enemy applies a stack. Stacks are shared between players. So right here it's kind of like confusing. So what does it do? I'm guessing it's going to be all about pulling aggro from the enemies. So at 10 stacks, the enemy will forcefully target the last player to apply a stack for 5 seconds. So that's what I'm saying. It looks like it's about pulling aggro. Then stacks deplete every 5 seconds. Activating the effect on an enemy will remove all stacks from other enemies. And yeah, we'll have to test this out on a group scenario and see how this performs. So the third and last exotic is the rugged gauntlets. This is an exotic gloves, and yeah, this one also, I mean, I don't know how I feel about this exotic. The good thing about it is that it has core attribute weapon damage and attribute crit damage and crit chance, because the talent it's something to take a look at. Let's read first what it says. So, can't say I am invented this, but at least I had a hand in it. Calvin McManus. He's the one who always says all of this, right? Anyway, so again, it has all of the core attributes for a DPS build, all of damage in here, which is good because the talent on it, Iron Grip. So it gives you minus 15%, minus 50% recoil penalty when hip firing, and also minus 50% recoil penalty when blind firing from cover. Man, so first of all, hip firing has been nerfed since Division 1. Also, it got nerfed on Division 2, even worse. Hip firing in this game, once you hip fire, you cannot run, first of all, and the hip firing has a huge recoil and bad accuracy. That's why nobody hip fires. On Division 1, there was a point hip fire was really good. So with this, I guess I try to bring the hip fire as an exotic, so we'll see. But the thing is, even with this, I don't think we can run with it, so why hip fire anyways? And blind firing, I mean, I'm not gonna use an exotic just to blind fire from the cover, so we'll have to check this out, where and how and when we can use this exotic. So I will have a full review on the next time. Okay, moving on, next thing, let's talk about the gear set. And before I show you guys what it does and the stats and everything else, I just want to show you guys this. Honestly, this gear set looks sick. I don't have any skin on it. I don't have any color applied on it. This is the default look of this gear set. Personally, I find it to look very nice. That's just one thing that I like about this gear set so far, is just the look of it. So I just want to show you guys this part right here. Okay, so now let's take a look what the gear set does. So the gear set, first of all, is called, I don't know if it's Aegis or Aegis, correct me if I'm wrong how I spell this, I don't know, man. Anyways, on 2-piece, when you equip 2-piece, it gives you 70% health. That's what I guessed. On the PTS it was saying only 70 health, but it's 70% health. 3-piece gives you 15% total armor, right? That's insane. That's really good right there. And then the 4th piece, we have Stoic. Get 3% damage resistance for every enemy that is targeting you. The bonus is multiplied by 1.x%, where the X is the number of agents in your group. So I'm guessing that X could be a 3, because I mean 3 or 4. I don't know if they counting you also. I'm guessing it's only counting the other agents in your group. And then if you have equipped the chest piece, we have the Deceit talent. Enemies targeting your decoy also count towards the Stoic damage resistance bonus, so you'll get more resistance for the gear set. For the backpack also, we have a talent. Obviously, we have the polyethylene knee plating, increased Stoic damage resistance bonus from 3% to 1%. Now, right here, I'm confused. It's almost saying that it's going down, right? Increased Stoic damage resistance bonus from 3% to 1%. I think they mean 3% to 4%, which is gonna add another percent, right? But on the PTS currently, I believe they have a missed type right there. So yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna be from 3% to 4%. Now, for the core attribute, all of them will come with core armor. As you can see, this is the default that I got. All of them come with the core attribute armor. Now, if you take a look at each one individual, so this is going to be the mask. As you guys can see how it looks like. The chest piece I already showed you guys. The holster looks like that. That's the knee pads for you. And also this is the gloves. And then we have the backpack, right? The backpack and also how it looks like. Okay, so next thing is gonna be the brand set. So this is the Palisade Steelworks. This is the new brand set that's coming also on Year 5 Season 3 on February the 6th on the next update that we are testing currently on the PTS. So let's take a look at it. So this brand set, again, it's called the Palisade Steelworks. By equipping 1, you gain a 10% armor on kill. By equipping 2, you gain 60% health, and by equipping 3 of them, you'll get a +1 skill tier. Now, the core attribute on this gear set will be dropping with the core attribute armor. It makes sense. It looks like to be a brand set for tank builds, and attribute obviously doesn't matter, right? Now, this brand set does have a named backpack and a named chest piece. So this named chest piece is called the Combustor. So again, it's coming from the Palisade Steelworks, so it gives it the same amount of bonus by equipping 3 of them. And it has the perfect talent called the Perfectly Explosive Delivery, which nobody uses in this game, I don't think so. But anyways, whenever you throw a skill, 1.5 seconds after landing, it creates an explosion damaging enemies within 5 meters. Afterwards, explosion will occur every 5 seconds. So damage skills with skill tier dealing 25% to 100% damage of concussion grenades. So there is that. I don't think I ever used this talent before, and they have a perfect version coming. Let me know in the comment section below if you ever use this talent, and if you will be using this. But I will have a review about this on a different video. Again, I'm just going through all of what we got. And then for the next named item is going to be coming on the backpack. Obviously, it is called the Proxy, and it comes from the Palisade Steelworks. And the special talent on it, or the perfect version, is the Perfectly Tamper Proof. Enemies that walk within 3 meters of your hive, turret, remote pulse, or decoy are shocked. Arm time is 2 seconds and cooldown per skills is 8 seconds. Now this one sounds better than the version of the chest piece, the perfect talent. So I could see myself using the perfect tamper proof instead of the named item of the chest piece. But either way, I'll have to test that out and then I'll report back to you guys. So next thing is going to be 2 named weapons, and the first one I'm going to show you guys is the Brutus. I believe this is coming from the M700 carbine. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm going to have to check that out. But so yeah, this is a sniper and has the perfect talent, the perfect behind you. Now the behind you is a new talent that's coming on Year 5 Season 3, which the regular version will give you 40% weapon damage to enemies that are not targeting you. And then the perfectly behind you will deal 60% weapon damage to enemies that are not targeting you. So it's a bit more, obviously, right? Because it's the perfect version. And yeah, it's coming on this sniper. And now it's going to be interesting because on a sniper, if you think about it, if you are the sniper, the way you should be playing it is from far away and sniping your enemies before they target you. So that 60% weapon damage is going to be quite a lot for a sniper. So I'm excited to try that out, and I'll report to you guys after on a separate video of a review. And then we have for the last named item, and I did not see this coming. I'm laughing because I really did not see this coming, and this weapon needs some buff. Now it is getting a buff, but is it enough to make this weapon viable? Because if you guys don't know, this is the M16. It is one of the worst weapons in Division 2 since the beginning of the game. Nobody really uses it. I tried to use it before. It's just so bad. Now they're gonna give it a buff. We'll have to check that out. I'm gonna test it out and see how it performs, but I don't have much hopes for this weapon. Now the name on it for the perfect version is the Whisper. I like that name actually, and it has the perfectly behind you. Obviously that's what makes it a named item. So again, it deals 60% weapon damage to enemies that are not targeting you. Now for a rifle, you could get from the mid to close range technically, or the far away too, but I don't think this talent will work as good as it could work on the sniper. But yeah, we'll have to test it out and see how it does. But I don't have hopes for this weapon though. So yeah guys, let me know what you guys think of these new exotics, new gear set, new brand sets. Let me know in the comment section below. Again, I'll have a separate video for each one of them with a review and test them out. For now, I just want to do a quick look at them and show you guys how they look and what they should be doing. So Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed, a like on it would be super appreciated. Comment down below what you guys want to see me testing for the videos, and yeah, I'll make sure I'll deliver it. So take care everybody. I'll catch you guys in the next video.